Good afternoon. How is everybody doing? Yeah? Welcome to the CatchLight Visual Storytelling Summit. Thank you for being here. 400 of you from across this city and across this country. Many people flew in to be here today. So grateful. Thank you for choosing to spend a day thinking about something that most of us are only asked to consume most of the time, and that's images. The pictures that shape what we believe about each other and about the world. Thank you for joining us in slowing down for a minute and reflecting on our gaze. This year's summit, this stage, this room, is embodied by 3 words: courage, resilience, and vulnerability. Today, you are going to spend time with one of the most courageous journalists in the world, Elodie. She has spent 25 years on the front lines of nearly every major conflict of our generation: Iraq, Afghanistan, Darfur, Libya, Syria, Ukraine. She has been kidnapped twice. She has been shelled, ambushed, thrown from a car. She has kept her camera through it all so that we could see what was going on in the world. That is courage most of us will never be asked to summon. But Lindsay's courage is not only the courage of the front line, it is also the courage to turn the camera around. In her memoir, It's What I Do, and now in her documentary, Love Plus War, she has done something many photographers and many of us would never do. She has made her own life visible. Not only the cost, the fear, the leaving, the impossibility of being fully present in 2 places at once, but also the joy, the pull, the aliveness of moving between 2 different, though hardly separate worlds. She has written, "When I'm doing my work, I am alive and I am me. It's what I do." That too is part of the truth she has shared with the world, that this work is not only a calling, it is a kind of love. That courage and vulnerability, the courage of turning the camera on one's own life, is also why I'm so glad we are joined today by Tierney Guerin, one of the most acclaimed contemporary photographers of her generation. Tierney has built a body of work that is, in her own words, the diary of my soul, including her series, The Mother Project, a tender, intimate look at mental illness inside her own family. In a year when CatchLight has launched our first theme-based desk, which is focused on mental health, having Tierney with us is a reminder that visual storytelling is not only how we document the world, it is also how we make sense of the life we are living. Courage will also come to this stage again from our local partner newsrooms and local fellows. Today, you will meet journalists for whom there is no exit door, journalists who cover their own communities every single day. They do not fly in, they do not fly out. They live on the blocks they photograph, their kids go to the schools they cover, their neighbors are the people in their frames. And in this moment in America, more and more, the conflict is moving home. This year, our newsroom partners, now 24 of them, and local fellows, have done some of the most courageous community journalism in the country. In Minneapolis, when the federal government launched what it called the largest immigration enforcement operation ever carried out, our CatchLight local fellow at MinPost, Ellen Schmidt, who you will hear from today, and the team at our partner newsroom, Sahan Journal, stood on those streets through the door knocks, the detainments, the vigils, the tear gas. Now that the national media has left, they keep showing up and they keep doing the work. Across the country, our partner newsrooms and CatchLight local fellows have documented National Guard deployments in Chicago and Memphis, climate disasters in coastal Georgia, food insecurity in North Texas, and economic strain in California's Central Valley. They have walked into rooms most journalists will never be invited into because they are of those communities, not just visiting them. And like Lindsay, they are taking on more personal risk than ever before to make sure these stories are seen. They cannot leave the work at the office because the work is their neighborhood. The accountability they demand is accountability from systems their own families live inside. I would like to take this moment to acknowledge all of our partner newsrooms, all the journalists that are working for our partner newsrooms and our CatchLight fellows, local fellows, and their fierce courage. Please stand up. I want us to hold that in mind today because it is the through line of everything we are about to do together. The belief that bearing witness is not optional, that if no one shows up with a camera, the story disappears, and when the story disappears, so does the accountability, so does the memory, so does the record. That is what CatchLight exists to protect, and I want to be clear about why that matters right now. The abuse of power thrives in the absence of witnesses. Authoritarianism, wherever it has taken hold in the world, has always begun with the same construct. Control what people are allowed to see, discredit the journalists, empty the newsrooms, flood the zone with images that are not real, so that real images lose their weight. Visual journalism is one of the last things standing between that playbook and our democracy. Not because a single photograph saves a country, it doesn't, but because a community of trained, ethical, on-the-ground witnesses working in every corner of this country makes the truth harder to bury. And right now, in 2026, that is not a luxury, that is infrastructure. Infrastructure is what CatchLight has been focused on building. In the last year, the network of newsrooms we support grew from 10 to 24. The largest in our history. We now also support 16 full-time staff visual journalists in local newsrooms across the country, many of whom are here. We launched the CatchLight Mental Health Desk, our first thematic initiative, and we brought our public programs, including our CatchLight Live program, which the summit is a part of, to 4 new cities, because the conversation about what we see of one another belongs to all of us, not just the field. This is also why the summit exists, not as a celebration of an industry, but as a public conversation between journalists and the communities they serve about what it means to see and to be seen, about what we owe each other as makers and as witnesses, about what visual journalism is for. We would not be able to hold this day and these conversations without the key support of our partners, Photo Wings, the Enlight Foundation, MPB.com, the Stupski Foundation, and then many partners, Cameras Plus Coffee Club, Committee to Protect Journalists, Digital Silver Imaging, who helped us print the exhibition that's upstairs, and I highly recommend everybody go see it, Hannah Muller, and the Rita Allen Foundation. So thank you for being here. Thank you for choosing to spend this day with us. And thank you for taking seriously the question of what we see of one another. Because in the end, that is the question that holds a democracy together. Welcome to the summit. Let's begin. And we're going to start with 3 of our local fellows that are part of our local program. We will share firsthand the work that they do in their communities. So we will start with Kevin Worm from MLK 50, then go to Michael Indriolo from Signal Cleveland, and Ellen Schmidt from MinPost. Thank you. Enjoy the day. Have fun.